Community District Court is now back in session. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
Court does call the case of Arbor Meadows versus Amber Storrs.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Daniel Landman, P35797, appearing on behalf of Arbor Meadows.
Storrs, you're there. I can see you.
Yes.
All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this is a termination of tenancy action. The court should have before it a proposed consent judgment. I admit that it is a little bit dark, and therefore I wanted to read the terms into the record. My client would be entitled to enter an order of eviction terminating the tenant's tenancy if she does not comply with the community rules and regulations. Specifically, she's to remove the improperly stored outdoor items and shall mow her lawn, trim and weed on or before July 16th, 2026. She's to maintain the landscaping and general appearance of the property according to the community rules and regulations and pay all court costs to my client within 10 days of today. Should she fail to comply with any of the terms of the consent judgment, an order of eviction may issue immediately. The defendant waives her right to enforce the 56-day rule, and an order of eviction may issue more than 56 days from the date of the judgment without a hearing if the terms of the consent judgment are breached. Ms. Storrs does appear before you this morning without counsel and would be entitled to 3 days in which to revoke her consent.
Ms. Storrs, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to speak with an attorney regarding this?
No, I haven't.
Would you like that opportunity, ma'am?
As long as I'm not evicted and all I have to do is maintain the property, then I'm okay.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do on this. Because I have some question about entering this on the first day, but I'm going to adjourn this out to the 23rd. I understand the terms, and Mr. Landman, I don't have the judgment which was sent in any event before me, but I'm going to adjourn it out to the 23rd at what time? 12. At 12 noon. That's going to give you an opportunity to speak with an attorney regarding this, should you so choose to do so. All right. I understand the terms that are being placed on the record in this case, and I would enter it, but I want to give you that opportunity to talk with someone regarding it. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right. So I'll adjourn it to that date, understanding that there is this proposed consent judgment that's out there.
And Your Honor, I appreciate that. I will note for the record, Ms. Holm from our office is going to be appearing before you this afternoon, and she is actually hand delivering an additional copy because of the problem with the readability.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. You too, Ms.
All right.
Storrs.
You do the same. Avalon Housing versus Damon Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. Parissa Gazzari appearing for plaintiff.
Yeah, Damon Harris. I have my two screens, which are my issue. They are not here. My staff has said they have not checked in. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Well, and this is just, well, hold on. Let me check this service. It's the first hearing. I got that. I do have that, but I don't know. I do have the mailing. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. The rent to retain possession is $6,710, court costs of $132 for a total redemption of $6,842. Plaintiffs requesting entry of a default judgment for possession only with a writ to issue after 10 days if the total amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Avalon Housing versus, is it Tangia? Marshall Palmer.
Carissa Gazeri for plaintiff.
You don't have that person here. Marshall Palmer. No response, you may proceed.
Thank you. The rent to retain possession is $4,000. The rent to retain possession is $4,812. Court costs of $132 for a total redemption of $4,944. Plaintiffs requesting entry of a default judgment for possession only with a writ to issue after 10 days if the total amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Sparrowwood Apartments versus Brent Terry. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You do the
Thank
same. They're here. Oh, Mr. Terry,
Yes,
you heard that your case is dismissed?
thank you. I appreciate it.
Alrighty,
Have
you
a
take
good
care
day.
of yourself.
Yeah.
Court calls the case of Northville Crossing versus Jessica Bradshaw.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff. I'm
You see
here.
her? Okay, there she is. Okay, I need a camera, ma'am.
I'm
What is
trying.
the plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,069.68.
All right,
1 second, I'm trying.
all right. Miss Bradshaw,
Yes, sir.
how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, unfortunately, we had miscommunication when I had help last time I seen you. With Hawk, when they finally got to help me, the miscommunication was when I spoke with them and everything, I paid up my portion of the 1,600 and they said that they were going to pay into December. Well, that was the miscommunication. They did not pay into December. So I paid my mortgage that was in arrear. And that is why we are here. So that is why we are here. So now I have to figure out that. And now I have 2 months worth of rent to come up with.
Okay,
Instead of 1. So I paid
All
up
right.
my mortgage that was behind with December's rent. And yes.
okay. So let me ask you this, ma'am. Between now
Yes.
and next Friday, how much can you pay on this amount?
Next Friday I get paid again. I'm not sure because I've been sick for the last 3 weeks. I had 3 seizures and had the flu on top of it. So I've been out of work. So I did get sick pay. So I'm not exactly sure how much I will have. Right now in my bank account, I have $150. So I have that and whatever I get paid next week.
All right, so you're gonna pay something, we just don't know what it is. All right, I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I suggest also that you may want to contact your landlord, see if you can work something out, or contact plaintiff's counsel, okay? Who's muted? Okay, hang on a second.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that. I can't miss any more work, obviously, with being out for so long. Can I do one of those form things like I did
Ma'am, you'd
before?
have to submit the Zoom request and we will consider it.
Okay, will do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
North, take care of. Court does call the case of Northville Crossing versus Jelene Davis and Jocelyn Diamond.
Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
You got it. I'm sorry. Ms. Davis?
I'm here.
Didn't light up. Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,218.94.
And ma'am, how are you intending on getting this paid?
400 by Tuesday, and then we're gonna call and make arrangements.
We could have 400 by Tuesday, and then if possible, we can call to make arrangements.
All right. I'll give you the opportunity to call the office or call the attorney's office to see if they're interested in making arrangements. You said you can pay the 400 by the 20th?
Yes.
All right. So pay 400 by the 20th. Have you contacted any agencies regarding getting assistance?
I've been in contact with several agencies for assistance for various things. So right now, I'm just working with a couple different agencies for any resources that they have.
All right. I'll give you an opportunity to call what agencies you can, like Hawk or SOS, to see if there's something that's available to you. You pay the 400 by the 20th. I'll adjourn this matter out to January 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to be down at the courthouse. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Northville Crossing versus Daniel Glosski and Michael Glosski. Michael or Daniel Glosski? There's no response. You may proceed, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,728.46, costs of $246 for a total due of $1,974.46. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the
Can you
plaintiff
hear
by
me?
default. Okay, hold on. Who are you?
Sorry, the phone was muted. Michael Glosski.
Okay. You got him. Okay. Now I hear you, sir. All right, the
Okay.
plaintiff's claim is that you owe $1,974.46.
Yes, I do apologize. I've never been late on rent, but it's been a struggle because I was denied unemployment, and I do have $800 today.
Okay.
And I also have some money coming next week. It just hasn't posted to the account. It's an investment that I had to get into so I can get this paid up. I should have that available next week. I even tried to get it expedited, but they can't, unfortunately. So.
Okay, so you can
asking
pay
me to-
800 today,
Yes.
and then are you going to be able, once that comes through, to pay the balance off, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'll do. I'll indicate you're going to pay $800 today, and then possibly the balance by next week. All right, I'll indicate that in the file. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay, that's an in-person
Okay.
hearing, so you'll need to come, if everything's not paid, you'll need to come down to the courthouse.
But if it is all paid up, I don't have to?
Yep, you just have to make sure you check and make sure everything is all paid.
Okay, that's the goal, to get it paid up, so I'm not late ever again. I do apologize. It's just,
No, understood, sir.
okay, thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Northville Crossing versus Jose Gonzalez Ramos and Christina Gonzalez. Gonzalez Ramos, Christina Gonzalez, no response. You may proceed, Mr.
Actually, you know what, on this one, Your Honor, could we adjourn this one for 1 week?
Yes, absolutely. January 23rd, 2026, 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Northville Crossing versus Tony Rogers. She was here. Tony Rogers. I'm not picking her up on my screen, but you say she's here.
Yeah, the camera looks like it's facing the ceiling.
Oh, gotcha. Tony Rogers. She's there, but I'm gonna pass this one briefly. Valley Ranch versus Demetrius Jenkins.
Rachel Dornbush Pallets Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
Demetrius Jenkins? You have.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Okay, we need to turn your camera on. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $4,313.32.
And sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I'm working on getting the funds together to get it paid by next week.
Okay. So how much you think you're gonna get everything paid by next week?
That's my hope, is to get everything paid by next week.
Okay, do you have anything now that's you can pay?
Yeah, I can put 200 down today.
200?
Correct.
Okay, pay the 200 by the landlord. Then I'm gonna indicate that you're hoping to have a balance by next week.
Correct.
I'll adjourn it out to the 23rd, 1 week from today, 2026, 2 p.m.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that's in person. Thank you, sir.
Yes, unless I get it paid off, obviously. Correct.
Yes, but everything's got to be paid.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Arbor Woods versus Brittany LaFloria.
Rachel Dornbush Pallets Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
But I saw her.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Well, Your Honor, in this one, the case before the court this morning is actually what might
A
be
termination.
referred to as yes, it's a termination, but it's a companion case, I suppose, with an action that is scheduled for a hearing this afternoon, and we had previously adjourned that matter to finalize an agreement, which we have since finalized, and it has been sent over to the court this morning to Ms. Hartwick. I would defer to the court, Your Honor,
So
regarding.
she has another case this afternoon.
Yes, and that case is resolved, and the entry of the agreement in that case would warrant a dismissal of this case. And so I don't know if Your Honor would prefer to call the afternoon case now, and then I can dismiss this case on the record, or adjourn this.
Yes, yeah, I'll do it. I've got that case now in front of me, and that is Arbor Woods versus LaFloria, that being the case ending in 4421.
And yes, Your Honor, so an agreement was forwarded to the court that has been reviewed and signed by both parties. It is a consent order for conditional dismissal, indicating that the complaint for non-payment of rent is conditionally dismissed. The court shall retain jurisdiction for enforcement purposes. Defendant's counterclaim is dismissed with prejudice. It acknowledges a rental balance due through January 31st, $6,722.46. It contains an agreement that defendant is going to vacate the leased premises on or before January 31st, 2026, and will be deemed to have vacated when the keys are returned to plaintiff. It indicates that so long as defendant vacates as agreed and pays a sum of $3,361.23, which represents half of the total balance currently due, along with the return of the keys, plaintiff agrees to waive the other half of the rental charges due and owing. It indicates that if defendant fails to vacate or pay as agreed, then plaintiff may file an affidavit of non-compliance for reinstatement of the complaint for non-payment of rent, entry of a default judgment, and issuance of an order of eviction, which shall occur immediately, simultaneously, and without further appearance of the parties. Defendant's security deposit of $500 will be handled pursuant to the Landlord and Tenant Relationships Act. And that any waivers referenced in this agreement do not include any damage to the premises above normal wear and tear. So that might still be sought if such damage exists, and we won't know that until possession is recovered. It indicates any waiver by plaintiff of any term or condition contained herein shall not be construed as a waiver of any other condition. Finally, Your Honor, it indicates that the 56-day rule pursuant to MCR 4.201M and the 14-day provision pursuant to MCR 2.612C are waived. So as indicated, Your Honor, I have signed, Ms. Laoria has signed, and we have now presented that to the court for entry.
All right. And she's been apprised of her right to the court.
Your Honor, I apologize. I did not specifically advise Ms. Laoria of her rights, and I'm happy to do so unless Your Honor wants to.
No, I'll take care of it here. All right, Ms. Laoria, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any questions regarding this conditional dismissal?
No.
All right. You understand its terms?
Yes.
All right. You have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some right you didn't assert, some confusion or mistake on your part, or some other reason why you think that this court should set that conditional order dismissal aside, you'd have to file a motion within 3 business days of today's date. That doesn't mean that the court would set it aside, but you have that opportunity to file that motion. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The court will enter the conditional order dismissal to court being satisfied with its terms. So that's on case so that the record is clear on the case ending in 4421. And pursuant to that, based upon what plaintiff has represented, the case ending in 4812 will be dismissed.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Laoria. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Angela Bogart. Angela Bogart. I do not see her either. They're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,395.19. Costs are $186 for a total due of $1,581.19. It asks for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Matthew Bell. Matthew Bell. I don't see him. You don't have him checked in. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $989.19. Costs are $186 for a total due of $1,175.19. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Flora Boon. She is here. Hello, Ms. Boon. She's muted. Okay, but I do see her.
There I go. Thank you.
Okay.
Aye.
All right. What is plaintiff claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,492.58.
All right, Ms. Boone, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I can pay about the 28th, I think.
You
But
can
I
pay it all
thought I was confused because I thought the money that I owe for this actual case, I paid it. I paid it January the 5th. And then they filed me January 6th, so I was confused because I know I still owe January, but I paid December.
Yes, Your Honor, the amount that was paid was $1,782, which would have cured the December balance, but it wasn't paid until after January came due. So
Got it.
defendant is correct.
Okay.
Just January now that's due.
Got it. Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think you can get that paid by the end of the month?
Well, yeah, actually, let me see. I get paid on the 28th, but it'd be like at night. So
Okay,
I can have it in by Thursday morning on 29th.
All right, here's what I'm gonna
Or
do,
probably
ma'am.
before.
Okay, I can't adjourn it out to then, but what I'm gonna
Okay.
do is I'm gonna adjourn it to the 23rd next week, 2026, at 2 p.m. I'm gonna suggest that you contact,
Same here. It's breaking up a little bit.
pardon?
Oh, it was breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I've adjourned it out to next week at 2 p.m. And what I'm
Okay.
gonna suggest is that you contact the plaintiff's counsel's office to arrange either a consent judgment or a conditional order dismissal, which will get you to the end of the month.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Arbor Woods versus Jennifer Carroll. She is. Jennifer Carroll. She's there.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. I'll need a camera on, and also Linda Carroll. All right. What is,
Not here. All right.
what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $4,193.
All right. Ms. Carroll, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Okay. Here's the thing. I have my receipts for this year, and I have done the math, and I feel like I only owe like maybe $1,450. There's been some issue apparently with somebody else in the trailer park has the same address. So there's been things posted wrong, and I don't even
Okay,
know.
ma'am, have you gotten a ledger from the office?
Yeah.
Okay, and
And that
you've
is
gone
how
through
I
that,
was.
you've gone through that ledger with your receipts?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it out to the 23rd, 2026, 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You'll need to send a copy of the receipts and the ledger both to the attorney for the plaintiff as well as the court, so that we can attempt to try to resolve this short of a judgment or anything along those lines, if you think that you've paid.
Okay.
All right?
So how do I do that?
Miss
What do
Carroll,
you mean, how do you do that?
I've got your phone number. I know you called yesterday wanting to discuss the matter, but we couldn't reach a resolution before appearing today anyway.
Okay.
And so I've got your phone number. I'll reach out to you and I can give you some direction on how to get me that documentation so we can review what you've got and see if we're in agreement with respect to what's owed.
Okay, and then how do I send it to the court?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, once Miss Carroll sends it to me, I can forward it on.
Okay, very good. We'll handle it that way. Okay, Miss Carroll?
Okay, so at a Friday at 2 p.m.?
2 p.m., ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Arbor Woods versus Daryl Corley and Stephanie Corley. Daryl, Stephanie Corley. I don't see him. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $564. Costs are $242 for a total due of $806. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Latia Davis. There she is.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Davis. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,706.55.
All right, Miss Davis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I was coming to bring 2,000 to him on the 23rd, Your Honor, and then on the 30th, I can pay the rest.
So you're going to bring 2,000 on the 23rd?
Yes, sir.
Can you do that early in the day?
I don't get off work until 5. I usually just put the money order in there.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to adjourn this to the 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You'll need to be here. But what I'm gonna suggest that you do is contact the plaintiff's counsel and see if something can be arranged for a conditional order dismissal or the like to get this resolved.
Okay, so me coming in the 23rd with 2,000 is a problem, or I'm not understanding this. I'm sorry.
No, it won't be a problem at all. It's just that it won't be paid prior to the hearing.
Oh, so basically I need it paid in the morning before the hearing.
Right, if you paid before the morning, then you'd still have to be here, but we'd be looking at a different balance and a way of resolving it.
Okay, okay, I see what you're saying, sir. I get it.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, but in the interim, I've adjourned it out the week. You can call Miss Dornbush and see if you can arrange to have either a consent judgment or a conditional order dismissal to get it paid, because you've got a plan in place to get it paid.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm just after the holiday, I'm just a little short. And I'm
Aren't we all?
pay it.
All right. All right. So go ahead. We'll do that. We'll do it this way and just make sure to contact the attorney for the plaintiff. Okay.
How do I
For
get
your
in
landlord.
contact with her, sir?
Look at the paperwork that you have
Paperwork.
and you'll see a phone number on there.
Okay, at the bottom of the 248 number.
Yes.
Okay, and I need to talk
And the
to
attorney
her.
is Miss Dornbush.
Miss Dornbush. Okay, I will give her a call right now, sir.
Well, don't do it right now. She's on the record with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good day.
She won't answer. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Ms.
Bye-bye.
Davis.
Bye-bye.
Arbor Woods versus Shakori Davis. Shakori Davis. Yeah. I'm down to one screen and I don't see her.
Yes,
Oh, there she is. Okay, what's your name?
Corey Davis.
Okay, you got her. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,760.03.
All right. Ms. Davis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I have the December amount, and next week I'll pay the January.
Say that again.
I have the December amount. I have the December, and I'll bring the January next week.
Next week? Okay, so how much do you have now that you can pay?
It says 1730 on this paperwork. But I
Okay,
don't
so you
know
have
if it's
that.
more than that. 1770.
All right. So you can pay about that amount, the 1730, 1770, you can pay that by the 20th, right?
Yes,
And then the balance of this amount, you can get paid by what date?
the end of January.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to adjourn your case out to next week, the 23rd, 2026, 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll have to come down to the courthouse. What I would suggest you do is get the 1,700 plus paid into the landlord. Contact the attorney for the landlord and see if you can come to some type of written agreement regarding payment of this, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Elijah Ellerson. See them. Elijah Ellerson, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,288.50, costs of $186 for a total due of $1,474.50. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Destiny Gibson.
Hi, I'm here. Hi, I'm here.
Okay, you got her. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Oh, sorry.
We've got Ms. Gibson, Your Honor, at a total with cost of $1,704.
Okay. And Ms. Gibson, how are you gonna get that paid?
I paid it today.
You did?
Yes, I did. While we were on the call, I paid it this morning.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna adjourn it out a week to the 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but since you got everything paid, you won't need to appear. They'll be issuing a dismissal. You just have to make sure that everything is paid in full. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. See you guys later.
Arbor Woods versus LaTanya Ingram. LaTanya Ingram, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,865.78, costs of $186 for a total due of $2,051.78. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus David McLeod. He's here. Yes, I see the name. McLeod. David McLeod. I have him on there, but I don't. You tried to prompt him. Oh, maybe. McLeod. I'll pass the matter and call it back up momentarily. Let's get those that are paying attention. Arbor Woods versus Sharice Robertson.
Thought I saw Robertson, Your Honor. Oh, yep, there she is.
Yep. Ms. Robertson, you'll have to unmute. She's trying. You see the microphone on there? She's on a phone.
David McLeod.
There you go.
Oh,
we have you, Ms. Robertson.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
We're still on the Robertson matter, Your Honor, correct? Even though Mr. McLeod did.
Yeah, we're on the Robertson matter.
Okay. The total with cost, Your Honor, $228.98.
$228
and 98 cents.
And 98 cents. Ms. Robertson, when are you going to get that paid?
So, right, that was for me. I didn't know that I had a balance from last month. I paid with the cashier's check, and I paid this month, and I was late. And I paid with the cashier's check. So, Your Honor, I can have this amount paid in full by January the 21st, next Wednesday, and I maybe even be able to take my payment into the office with the cashier's check before that. But if not, I know by the 21st for sure.
All right, Ms. Robertson, here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn this out to the 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. That is an in-person hearing, but if you have everything paid, which I think that you will, you don't need to appear.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.